Thank you so much. What an honor and a privilege. I can't tell you what it means to me to have you here with me today. Thank you so much. I want to, that lovely lady that just sang is my sister-in-law, Jan. Thank you. I have to introduce the people that made this event possible, and this is a great kickoff. It's going to really push us over to November 2012. But I want all my volunteers, all my key staff, if you would stand or wave, please, if you're out there, stand up. I want to give you guys a round of applause and wave. They're throughout the all around here. Thank you so much. Cannot possibly do it without loyal people who are dedicated to the cause just as much as I am. I want to introduce, if I could, my family over here, my in-laws, my brother-in-law, sister-in-laws, my wife's parents, Sherry and Rand. If you want to wave, say hi. Over here at this table, and yes, you're expected to stand, is my oldest brother, Mark. He's Mark's in the room right now. Next to me is my little brother, Captain Ryan Wimmer. He's in the National Guard captain. My brother, Lieutenant Paul Wimmer, who's lieutenant of the police department, was going to be here, got called out to a homicide, so he's not here. My other brother, who is also a veteran airborne ranger, he's way here in spirit. He passed away 2 years ago. My sweet mother, Jeanette, and my personal hero, my father, Walt. My parents instilled in me a love for God and country that is with me today and will be with me the rest of my life. Up here is, where's Stephanie? Where is she? I didn't see her. Where's my sweet sister?
She's here.
There she is, back there, my sister Stephanie. Welcome. I didn't see her over here. I thought you were over there. And here is my heart and soul. My lovely wife, Sherry. My daughter, beautiful Jade, and my son Heston, named after the Admiral Charlton Heston, and my other son Reagan, and we just pulled that out of nowhere. We stand on the precipice of being the first generation to pass on to our children a less prosperous nation than the one that we inherited. And let me say that again. We stand on the precipice of being the first generation to pass on to our children a less prosperous nation than the one we inherited. And that is not okay with me. And I know it's not okay with you. We're in a fight for the heart and soul of America. And my friends, right now we're not doing real well. Americans have lost their confidence, but this is not the way it has to be. We can return America to the shining city on a hill overnight by simply doing two things. If we would just turn our hearts to God and reverence our Constitution, this nation would be turned around immediately. But the fat cat politicians, they're not going to fix America. It's going to take red-blooded, common-sense Americans like Senator Mike Lee, like you, like myself, to turn this nation around. As a former police officer and as a former SWAT team commander, it's very hard to intimidate me. And I'm here to tell you There is no one in Washington, D.C. who intimidates me. I look out and see so many of my friends, so many people who have stood with me over the years, stood side by side. When it came to fighting Obamacare, you stood with me. When it came, and by the way, we're winning. We're going to defeat Obamacare. When it came to fighting the federal land grabs, you stood with the Patrick Henry Caucus, and we're winning. When it came to fighting the big labor unions, when it came to fighting those who wanted to raise taxes, you stood side by side with me in the trenches. You fought with me, and we were successful. My friends, we have a choice in this election. The choice is to send potentially an unseasoned, unproven person to Washington, D.C., or send someone that you know. Send someone who has fought the trenches with you. Someone who has stood on the front line side by side with you. And I believe I'm that person. Our friend Jason Jacobs took a cot to Washington, D.C. I'm taking a 2x4. Like infamous Sheriff Wimmer who used a 2x4 to clean up a rough and tumble town, I'm going to take a 2x4 to Washington, D.C., and I'm going to clean up that town. I want to share with you my 2x4 plan, and it's very simple. I'm a simple guy. I have two primary goals. Within those primary goals are 4 planks. The 2 primary goals are to create and provide an environment to get Americans back to work, create jobs for this country. My second goal is to cut and balance the budget. When it comes to creating more jobs, it doesn't matter whether you're employed, unemployed, or underemployed. You will benefit if we get government out of the way and allow the private sector to do its job. Therefore, I propose the 4 following planks, part of my 2x4. Make any new investment or loan from family, friends, or angel investors into any company 100% tax deductible right now. Do it now. Government needs to encourage, not discourage, free markets. Number 2, require 2/3 congressional vote for every new regulation and repeal existing draconian regulation. Over-regulation didn't make America great. Freedom made America great. Thirdly, permanently allow Americans to bring profits made abroad back to this country without being taxed. Let's bring back the money, let's bring back the jobs, and let's not tax them or punish them for doing so. And lastly, unblock our land and natural resources. We are spending on trillions of dollars of energy in this state alone. But because of the Obama administration and because of the radical environmentalists who have blocked it up, we can't get to it. We need those energy jobs. We need low-cost energy, and those that are in the way need to get out of the way. We need to cut and balance our budget. If we're going to preserve the dollar as the world's currency, we have to fix the liberals' tax and spend ways. In order to do that, for the last year and a half, I've served on the board of Pass the BBA, Pass the Balanced Budget Amendment, and the first act when I go to Congress will be to co-sponsor a Balanced Budget Amendment to the United States Constitution. We need to do it by putting in a cap on tax increases. We should not balance the budget by increasing taxes. That is what Ronald Reagan called kamikaze economics, by raising taxes to balance the budget. That is not the way to do it. Return power to the states. You see the flags of all 50 states represented here. That's because state sovereignty is so important to me. We need to move as many of our existing federal entitlement programs to the states where they can be better managed or phased out. This includes repealing Obamacare. These next two, my friends, are not going to make me popular, and I'm going to need your help. But they're not going to make me popular. But I'm not going to Congress to be popular. I'm going to Congress to make a difference. I want to move Congress to a merit-based system where their salaries, Congress salaries, my salary if I'm elected, is cut to minimum wage for every year that federal spending is over 18% GDP. If they're going to get the salary they get, they better do the job and not run this nation into a cliff. Lastly, starting in 2013, I'm calling for an ending of the guaranteed congressional pension. You have my commitment that when I'm elected, I am going to opt out of the guaranteed congressional pension. Do you get a guaranteed government pension?
No.
No. Some of you do. Some of you do. Most of us do not. Why our congressmen get a guaranteed government pension is beyond me. So, you have my commitment. I'm opting out, and I'm going to be introducing a bill that in 2013 end guaranteed congressional pensions. The retirement should not be guaranteed by you, the taxpayers. They should be tied to market performance. How's that for a novel idea? Like most Americans, they would have the same incentives to create a better economy. My friends, I'm not going back to Congress to gain power. I'm not going back to Congress to gain influence. I'm going back to Congress to lose power because I want to decentralize Washington, D.C. and return power to its rightful place in the sovereign individuals and to the states. That's why I'm running. You have stood by me over the years, and I have stood by you as we have led the charge to the conservative cause. I'm asking you now to stand with me again as we run for the United States Congress in 2012. God bless every one of you. God bless the United States and the sovereign state of Utah.